Hey, what's up, yo? It's around about 2:25 in the a.m. Um, I was thinking about something. Um, I hear a lot of this when people say, "Don't think about the past. Don't think about." Um, but for some reason, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not listening um, to the explanation on why they say that, or do they say, or do they explain it at all? Because for some reason, I keep skipping. If they are saying it, maybe I'm skipping over what they mean by um, don't go to the past or don't listen to the past or whatever and move forward. You see, I'm trying to understand what that mean. It's like folks. I think sometimes folks don't really. They like to teach and like to learn certain things, or like to expound on certain things because they can. Uh, it's like articulation becomes addictive. You see, okay, like what is when they say don't think about the past, move forward, or the past, saying promotes emotions, promotes anger. Sometimes it could, they're triggers and things. You see, but I'm trying to understand when you're taught something, right? When you're taught something, are you taught bad habits? Are bad habits coming from the first habit and did the first habit you morph into habitual habits of, many more? It's like they follow you throughout your life. Where did the first habit come from? Do it have a root? Can you pull up the root? Pull up and out the root? Can you do that? You see, what do it mean to when people say, don't worry about the past? Stop hovering over the past. Stop seeking for things of the past. You see, but they have certificates on the wall, right? Some people have certificates on their walls of their seals of approval. And they have seals of approvals on the wall from their achievements in the past. They letting you know from my past, this is what I be today. From what happened in my past. Imagine these people with these seals of approvals or certificates. Imagine them not remembering their past. Imagine them just leaving the past behind. You see, leaving the past behind. So if it's a good past, you can remember it. But if it's a bad past, it's not healthy to remember. But in your present, where is the bad in the world? Do your bad past matches something that's in your present right now in the world? Can you help or assist somebody that went through something like you that was what you call negative in this day and time? What you call negative? Can you help somebody in your present with that negative? Because I don't think you can't charge nobody, right? I think, is that what it is? You can't charge nobody for the negative. So the female ain't gonna get no money. So you can't charge nobody, but for some reason you can charge them with the positive because you have seals of approval on it, right? But both of these understandings came from the past. So this masculine, you can charge now, and you can charge people for your, because you put in a lot of work. You put in a lot of work. Now you making money off of your past. Here's the certificate to prove it. You got a stamp on you now. You see. So what? I mean, you understanding? Are you following me? Is it weird for me to talk like this? Should I be talking like this? I'm trying to understand what people mean when they talk like this. What do they mean? They say, don't you worry about the past. See, what's wrong with you? You so caught up in the past that you can't even see yourself right now today in the present. You gotta leave that shit behind, man. You see, you gotta leave it behind. Just leave that stuff behind and try to move forward with your life. But then on Sunday, Wednesday or Sunday, whenever they go to church, they tell you to open up the book, the Bible. And the first thing they do is go into the past. You see, they go into the past and start talking about famous people that's inside of the Bible. They literally bypass the famous people that was in your modern time right here today. That you know that truly exists. You don't even have to think about it. You can actually see their face. You can see them talking. Hear them talking. You can see them moving. These famous people of the past. But they want you to bypass these famous people of the past and go further back in the past. They want you to go deep into your subconscious and learn this over here and forget all the things that happen that you can bear witness to. You see, that your grandmother knows for facts that these things literally happened, but their names weren't made popular. But the understanding of that past will comfort the next generation if it's articulated right. And it's obeyed right. You see, from what your grandfather and grandmother used to do and how they used to act in certain ways to get over. You see, they had to push something up from the past, right? Right? I'm talking about they got the first book in the Bible says gene is. So it's talking about your body and your internal self. So they took your internal self and put characters on each cell. It's talking about the internal structure of the body. You see? And they took everything, every component of these things, and created these worlds, these different worlds from it. You see, they wrote them out like characters, like a storyline. And then you say that these people, I mean, this stuff is like real people. People will say, well, David did this. David had 3 stones, and he defeated a lion, and you would talk like that. And yet it's proof that they had it. That it was like that. They got a proof of David when he was a kid, and they got a proof. For some reason, he just stood still for over 2,000 years with a slingshot in his hand, you see. Or there was a drawing, somebody drew David, just like somebody was writing God saying, in the beginning. You see, somebody was right there writing. Was it Moses? Who was right there writing? Then God was talking about the beginning. Who was right there writing? Your mama? Your daddy? Which one? Because something sure did birth from that intimacy, you see. But you can't think like that. You have to think you got to think from the outside. I'm talking about when you're reading the Bible, or even when you're reading the Quran. But the Quran ain't as poetic as, well, I don't know. But they kind of copied the stuff from the Hebrews, you see, a little bit. The Quran ain't nothing but a revised version, or it's like a better version of what was. You see, it's all to keep you in a certain space in time, to keep you in a loop in time. You see, people even say that there's no time. There's no such thing as time. But you have a sun, and that sun emits shadows. So if something happened to me, I know that I can look at that tree right there, and I know that during a particular time there was a shadow emitting from that tree, and it was hitting that rock over there. And I remember seeing it because that's where I fell at. So I got to remember the time frame, because the shadow started way over there to the left. And then it just moved over here, and then all of a sudden that's where I got hit at. Because I remember one day walking through the forest, and I seen the shadow way over there. You see, but sometime in the future, in that day, I was running, and I fell by that rock. And the shadow from the tree was right there. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to mark that down as a time frame, you see, or as a movement. But if something is in space, do anything cast shadows? I don't know. Do the earth cast shadows? Do the moon cast shadows? Is there such thing as a quarter moon, half moon? You see? Why are you saying quarter moon, half moons, and all these other type of moons? Why are you saying it like that? Why are you talking like that? Those are shadows. Those are time frames. I'm trying to understand what it means to talk in the past. You have the past, you have a 7, you have a 1, and a 2. Right there is a that 7 and 1 is a Yah, and then you have that 1 and 2. You see? That just letting you know that It has the ability to go 12 in the light and go 12 in the darkness. But that 7 and that 1 or that P and that A right there will be right there in the center of it, controlling both poles like a brain or something. You see, one is the darkness and one is the light. You see, until they flip around. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to understand what this stuff be meaning. You see? You see, and then when my articulation get a little better, you see, this 15 minutes will probably turn into about, 7, 8 minutes, you see? When I start learning how y'all use y'all words and things, y'all, I got to be in a position. If I'm going to curse myself like that, I have to be in a better position. I have to make sure that I get the proper foods and things, and so I can refuel myself and I'll be able to regenerate off of these cursed words. You see what I'm saying? That's called articulation. I gotta make sure that I don't I'm at my well-being is at a particular height to where I can take care of my body, because I'm vibrating when I'm talking. And so I got to be careful, you see, because the more words you know, the faster you talk. You see, the faster you talk and things, and so the listener got to be up on how you're talking and what it means when you're talking. You see, these are the cursed beings. These are the ones that got the power to create laws and things, you see. And make you bow down to them, you see, because it's the only people that know what they're saying is people that's like them, you see. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful listening to these beings with their words. You gotta be careful. You see, you don't know where they're coming from. You see, these are all these words that the higher you go in your articulation, you see. Well, what you need to do is talk in the field of cymatics and see how see all these little famous big ass words that you're saying. Just see the pattern that it makes. That's what you need to do. You see, you need to talk into some type of vibratory system and fuck with its frequencies. And you see, so you can see these curses that you people put on the people when you're talking. You see, I'm just talking. I love you. I got to get out of here in a minute. Yeah.